You're listening to Viking Radio, coming to you from Dream Street Studios at Del Mar College. Now your host, Dr. Natalie Chapa.
Good morning, Corpus Christi. This is Dr. Natalie Chapa, and guess who finally came back from Europe? Mike B., welcome back.
Thank you, Dr. Natalie. It's great to be back, and it's great to see your lovely face.
Okay, stop lying. And Robert and I talked a lot of smack about you while you were gone, but in all seriousness, we're so glad you're back.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And I did commit y'all to going to find him in Europe if he didn't come back. So I was adamant about that. So thank you for coming back.
You're
thanks
welcome.
for coming back to Del Mar, and thanks for coming back to the show.
I couldn't wait to get back.
So we've got another group of guests today that continue a legacy here in Corpus Christi.
That's right. The YWCA.
The YWCA.
A staple in the community and a place I have driven past many, many times on Corona Drive.
And something that is very passionate to a lot of people in this world, which is eliminating racism and empowering women. Two very bold statements, but very important. We have Miss Esmeralda Teran, CEO of the YWCA, with us today. Esmeralda, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for having us on the show. We're very excited to be here this morning.
Yeah, we're so glad you're here. And you brought a guest with you, a special guest.
Yes, I brought Dr. Sandra Clement, our board president.
For those of you out there like, wait a minute, I know Sandra Clement. I know Dr. Clement. So you have been a staple in this community for a long time. You were with Corpus Christi Independent School District.
Yes, I was. I've served 31 years in education, 24 of those in Corpus Christi ISD. It's my home. I started there as a teacher, went to be a counselor in Calallen, came back as an assistant principal, principal supervisor, director, and then chief officer, and then ended my career, retired as a deputy superintendent of curriculum instruction, which is where my relationship and the connection with Del Mar College really cemented itself at every level, but especially as the deputy superintendent, and just the milestones and the achievements we have done together, and for all of the children in our community.
It's been amazing, and just to get on a little side tangent with Del Mar College, we think a lot about the K through 12 space, and Corpus Christi ISD, what our largest, public ed partner is a group that we work a lot with. And so just so you know, in this building, Dr. Clement's name comes up a lot because, again, of all the amazing programs we're trying to do to get our kiddos educated and have a great quality of life. So thank you for that. You will definitely be missed in these conversations. So,
It will continue, though.
Yeah,
That's the
congratulations
purpose.
on the retirement.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so you are now the board president, again, of this amazing organization, the YWCA. And Esmeralda, you have been there coming up on a year, right?
1 year on May 19th, yes.
On May 19th. So congratulations
Thank
to
you.
that. That is, snaps, that is a big accomplishment, because when you come off of a leader who's been in an institution or an organization for a really long time. Previously, it was Nancy Wesson-Dodd. And it's can be challenging to come in, right? Because you have to kind of go into a cultured space and
Definitely.
kind of fit yourself in it, recreate it. But I've been watching you for the past year. You've been on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talk a little bit about what your past year has been like.
It's been very exciting. I had to tell myself I love a challenge, because I didn't let the challenge sometimes overwhelm me, because I know that I am in an amazing organization. We are 80 years, celebrating 80 years this year.
Congratulations. Another one.
Yes,
Very nice.
definitely.
Wow, 80 years.
And-
We've been 90, but that's okay.
And,
We're older than you.
well, I was amazed. Somebody said, "Hey, did you know that 2026 you're celebrating 80 years?" I'm like, "What?" I said, "Okay, well, we're going to use that."
Yes.
There you go.
And then
it's an accomplishment.
it's also amazing belonging to an organization that's all over the United States. And the mission statement about eliminating racism, empowering women is just the mission statement is so strong, and we're also international. And I speak to our staff when we're having meetings. I'm like, we have to tackle each day knowing that we're strong women and that we belong to a strong organization that has made an impact on the community, not just here in
Absolutely.
Corpus, but all over the world, really, technically.
All ages. It's interesting. I was having a conversation. My youngest is 14 now, my daughter, and she said something about racism this morning. No, because she doesn't talk to me in the mornings. It was last night in the car. We have a lot of car conversations. But Esmeralda, she was talking about racism, and I said, everybody is capable of racism. Like, it's not one race or one group, just one group. It comes in all forms from all over the world. It's a mind thing, regardless of what color you are. And so fighting it across the world, is fighting for everybody, right? It's not just fighting for one group.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely. It's like practicing kindness, loving one another, empowering one another. And those are ways that we eliminate the racism against one another, because again, it's not against our color or our identity. It's just accepting everyone.
What's going on right now at the YWCA that you want our audience to know about? What cool things are happening out there?
Well, you were correct in saying, when I walked in, I did walk into someone that had an organization that had already been providing a community impact and services for women and community. So we had to sit down and say, okay, let's reimagine the YWCA. What do we want to continue to build on? What do we want to change? What does the community need? What are the resources? So we reached out to our members. We reached out to our community. We started, of course, our YW Teen Girls program is one of our best programs. And so we tweaked it a little bit this year. We started our Power Series, where we're bringing back our YW Teen program, and now we're doing more of a once a month or twice a month, where we're empowering our young girls through health education, mental health and wellness, art, and we actually have gone no longer fourth grade. We're going into third grade through the eighth grade, serving those girls and the parents. And then we reach out to the parents, say, what is it that you want us to provide for you, for your family, and for the daughters, for your girls. And so that's a lot of our programming has been built on the community needs. We are working with some of the sororities that attend the YWCA. We're tapping into doctors that are physicians, that are counselors, and they are providing seminars, workshops with our parents, with women, and with our girls. And also this coming summer, we built an amazing summer program. We started with 4 weeks, and we said, oh, wow, this is going great. Let's do 6 weeks. Oh, wow, this is even better. And finally, my program coordinator, he goes, don't tell me you want to go to 8 weeks. I said, I do.
Do it again.
Yes. Well, because the way we built it was our YW Teen Girls program. We did community leadership. We also did a boys camp for the first time, I believe, at the YWCA. So they were both separate camps. But the boys, what we did, they did gardening, they did art, they did mentoring, we did some field trips, and the girls were out there more in the community, learning about the community, learning about serving the community in other capacities. We did RTA, the Port of Corpus Christi, the wetlands, several field trips, which the parents were like, this has never happened before. And it's just a way to build our children up, because, technology, what do you see? They have their faces in their iPad, on the phone, any chance that they get. It's like, how do we take them away from that and start letting them use their minds, their hands? And we partnered up with South Texas, Grow Local South Texas.
Oh, yes.
They brought
Wonderful
an amazing
organization
program, the Cook Local. I've been partners with them since I was at the Garcia Center. So all of this, building it up, what we did is we slowed down. We said, okay, well, so now this last session, we got to bring academics in. So at this point, these last 3 weeks that we're practicing cursive handwriting. We're doing a math camp. We're also doing some more STEM, and reading is involved in everything that we do. So We've
This
brought
is
great
amazing.
programs, yes. And this doesn't end here. Fall is geared up to be so busy, and I told my staff, you got to be with me at 3 a.m. when I'm thinking, because I said
That's when all the
had,
good ideas come
yes,
in.
I'm
Oh, don't
coming
you
in, and
know
I
it?
come in, and I'm like,
Mike, are you hearing this? Like,
Yes,
I'm just
yes.
already thinking, where does Del Mar College fit in to this, and how do we support the YWCA?
Absolutely.
And I'm so glad you caught on that because I was super lucky enough to be the chair of the hiring committee that found Esmeralda and hired her last year. And we sit in amazement, the committee, as well as all of the board members, is the innovative mind that she has brought and the work that she has done to make it not just solely about women, but that it takes a community to live into our mission. And for the first time, we have an inaugural man on our board. We have never, ever had. It was unheard of. And Dr. Blow has joined as our first male on the YWCA
It's
board
amazing. I love it.
of directors. But this has all come from a leader who empowers others, who looks for new things to do, new opportunities for our children in this community who are going to grow and take care of us and take
That's
care.
right.
And-
These
and-
are our future leaders. You are really, what you're doing is raising up this next generation of leaders.
That's exactly right. And she
So
is
powerful.
incredible, and she's going to continue to do so. And she comes up with a new idea, and we're like, you go, girl. You have our support. You go, because it's impacting children.
And as a leader who reports to a board, there's nothing better to be visionary and have ideas and have your board support you.
yes, definitely.
Dr. Escamilla, we watch him here at Del Mar College. He has a 9-member elected board, right? And so I've watched, and again, to have that support, because you also have to have the space to fail. Some things aren't going to work, or the timing doesn't work on certain things. And so to have a supportive board and then a visionary leader, but then who also gets things done. This is so exciting. I feel the energy coming from you, so I can only imagine what it's like in the building and in your programming.
Yes, it's very important for us. I feel when I walk into the YWCA, it's very important for me to make sure that everyone knows that I'm present. I learn people's names at the YWCA. It nurtures them, and makes people feel like, hey, this is my home, I belong, because that's what we're there for. We're there to serve the community. I just keep thinking everything we're talking about. I'm visualizing on August 23rd, we're having our ribbon cutting for our garden. And we
okay.
have this amazing garden that it's progressing slowly, but it's coming together.
I
with
think
this
we're gonna
drought.
give y'all grace on a slow garden right now.
With this drought. But we partnered up with Mayra Zamora and Monica Marie Garcia, and they did the Faces of Our Future, something that we had worked on at my
I've heard of
previous
this, yes.
at the Garcia Center. When I walked in there to the back in the garden, I told Mayra, I need color. We need color. We need life in
So
here.
Mayra, an artist, a very established and well-known artist here in the community and in Texas. So she helped with the.
Faces of Our Future.
So is that a mural?
It's going to be a mural that every student was involved in it. So, and the amazing
Wow.
part of it is this mural, the kids are working on it on like a panel, and they will make their face or do a portrait of themselves. And so then after the portrait is completed, what we did we're priming the back wall, and the back wall in the garden outside area, and then they're going to, like I always say, Mod Podge it, because they
Yes,
use a certain
yeah.
kind of glue
Right.
to put it on the brick, and it'll be there for 20, 30 years. I mean, that's how long this mural is. But everyone is part of the mural. It's individual portraits. So on August 23rd, we're going to introduce the mural to the community.
Can we come?
Of course, definitely. We're going to
I
invite
think we
all
should
the
go, Mike.
community.
Oh, I'd love to.
Yes.
And where is this at?
At Corona,
At
in the
Corona.
back, of course,
Okay.
at Corona,
In the back.
but in the back area by the gym, and so that will be our first time that we're having our Fit Fest for women over 40. We're doing an endurance.
What do you
yes.
know? You've got one right here, 49 years old. I have 9 years of eligibility.
There you go.
You're overqualified.
I'm overqualified. Thank you, Mike.
Sorry.
So good to have you back. We'll be right back.
Este es el lugar donde quieres estar. Aquí se sueña, aquí se crece, para graduarte y destacar. Este es el campus Oso Creek de Del Mar College. Aquí encontrarás asignaturas básicas y programas exclusivos, además de laboratorios e instalaciones avanzadas. Es un espacio de innovación, transformación y acompañamiento. Este es tu momento, tu futuro. Aquí es donde perteneces. Aprende más en dmcdreams.com.
This show is a production of Del Mar College, where continuing education courses can get you in the workforce fast, including workforce skills awards that are stackable towards Del Mar College credit programs. Own your dreams at Del Mar College. Go online at delmar.edu/CE. This show is a production of Del Mar College. Visit us anytime online to talk about admissions, financial aid registration, and your future career path. We're at delmar.edu.
So again, for our audience out there, we're having just a really informative and passionate conversation with Esmeralda Teran, our CEO at the YWCA, and also the board president of the YWCA, Dr. Sandra Clement, who is now officially retired from CCISD. And so she's also going by just Sandra.
To my friends, they walk up and go, Doctor, I say, stop.
Don't
calling me
even.
that." Unless I'm in some kind of official capacity,
Right.
I just want
Unless
to be
you're wearing
your
a
friend
suit.
Sandra. Bingo. There you go. But I have to also nudge back to Esmeralda, because had you walked into that space, and this is just a sliver of the work that she's done to re-energize the YWCA, not only the building, but its services. It was a piece of dirt. That's it. It was dirty. It was cluttered. And this is just an example of what she looked at something and said, this can be better. And not that it was bad. It's that it sometimes takes a different eye. Because
It's just a different lens.
Nancy
lens.
Weston
Yeah.
Dodd was an exceptional leader at the YWCA. And it's hard to follow someone.
Exactly.
And I always tell people, it's your thumbprint. Doesn't mean it's better or worse. It just means it's different.
It's just different.
And so it's your thumbprint. And her thumbprint is beautiful.
And times change. The priorities and the needs of the community change. That's kind of for us here. We're always, how do we stay nimble with the community? How do we stay ahead? So I know you were at the Garcia Center for a long time, and now here at the YWCA. Sounds like things are going very well for you. Tell me where this comes from, this drive for you to do this work.
I believe it comes from, I'm very passionate about my history, being a first-generation college student, and I went on to get 3 degrees. I didn't get my doctorate, but I got 2 masters. But I feel I was born and raised in the West Side. I've experienced homelessness and drug addiction in my family, alcohol abuse, and it's wanting to change that mindset, wanting to know, especially let women know that if we ourselves are passionate about our children, our family, our community, that we can change, not by, how can I tell you, we could say, I'm going to get educated, or I'm going to work, I'm going to work. Every day has to be a better day. We don't have to stay in the same mindset always. And several times I've met women that feel like, this is the cards I've been dealt, so this is normal, this is where
This
I
is
stay.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
And so to me, my passion comes from, there is possibilities, there are endless possibilities to be able to serve the community, to be able to grow, to be able to get educated. Like I said, as a first-generation college student, I never thought I would see myself. Actually, yesterday I was telling someone, because they were talking to me about saying I'm too old. I said, I started going to school when I was 34. I said, I never saw myself having these degrees on the wall. Yeah, thank you. And working alongside Dr. I would always think,
Right,
she's a
this is-
celebrity.
right, this is-
she was always on
right,
TV,
yeah.
lifting up the kids. I would see her at the games, and I was like, man, that lady's everywhere. And now to have the honor of working, beside her. And So it's
It's
like,
very personal for you.
yes, very
Where-
personal.
Where did you get your degrees at? Let's nerd out a little bit.
Islander, Texas A&M
A&M Corpus-
University. I
All
worked
right.
there for 25 years and said, I'm going to stay here until I'm ready to leave because I want to make sure I get my education.
Awesome.
And it opened the doors for my kids. They're all educated. They all
Awesome.
are scholars. So it's amazing.
So, Sandra, you have given a lot of your time and energy in your work, your free time to this community. You've officially retired, but now serving on this board. Why was this important for you?
That's a really good question. And I think the one thing, you pull out, if you look at our mission, the empowering, that pulls out to me is that how do we empower children? We're in a state right now, a climate of mental health needs. The mental health,
Significant.
they have significantly risen. And when I look at that one word and think, how are we helping our children? What are we doing to support them in the growth of who they will be and serve with not only that, changing the lives of generations that follow them by math camps, by the experiences, by that promotes to all of the health opportunities, mental health, and also educational opportunities that they can have. I look at that and it draws me that I can't, the why is super special to me because of that. Because when I look at, there's two things I live by that I always told everyone was you can't discipline trauma out of children. And you need to be
That's
who
very strong. I've never heard that before. That's
Yes.
absolutely true.
cannot discipline the trauma out of children. And you also need to be the person you needed when you were young. And so that is something that happens at the Y. And I, was born and raised in Robstown, Texas.
Robe.
And I didn't have the opportunities that I wanted. But I started at Del Mar College. Back
Nice.
when they said, oh, if you go to Del Mar, that's where everybody goes back then. Now it's, if you could make it at Del Mar, you could make it anywhere.
That's a
So
fact.
I'm an alumni of Del Mar before I went to Tammy. That is for certain.
We
'Cause
hear that a lot.
my children came here.
Yeah.
And so almost all of them. And so it's a pillar. And it's a pillar that has only strengthened under Dr. Escamilla's leadership.
Yes, definitely.
And
We're very
all of
blessed.
yours.
We're very blessed, again, that we do have a visionary leader. I always say it's a blessing and a curse. Who knew Mike, Rob, and I were going to be doing a radio show? Had you
I
said that
love
in
it.
April, we would have been like, you're so funny. And then in May, we're like, it's happening, people. But
Yes.
yes, all jokes aside, having a visionary leader who also, when you hear Dr. Escamilla talk, the special place where it comes from him too. So it's very personal to all of us. But it makes me also think, I grew up in a small town where we didn't have, the YWCA. And so opportunities like this for students, I always think I can look back when I was a kid and one moment with one person was what, right, would be significant. And they don't come often, right? You just live in your little life and going about, and then all of a sudden, you participate in something, and it just, you're like, oh, wait, I can do that, And so it shows how powerful this work can be. But I also want to talk about, let's go back to Dr. Blow, because I keep hearing this a lot on social media now, just in conversations, that women's issues are men's issues because that's your mother, that's your sister, that's your daughter, that's your niece, And so lifting women up is something for everybody and important for everybody. And so I love that you've recognized that as an organization, that you need that voice in the room.
Definitely.
Yes. And it was not something that just happened naturally. It was a shift in mindset because I know that when I joined the board, I said, well, there's no men that are allowed on the board.
That's right.
Why? There are other major cities, just a few across the nation who've allowed it, and our bylaws don't prohibit it. And then we started getting interest from men that came and said, hey, I want to be part of this mission to support
That's right.
the people in my life, my mother, my wife,
Yes.
my daughter, my niece. And so Dr. Blow submitted his application. among others. And the board knew wholeheartedly, just this is the one. And we are super excited that he has joined. And Esmeralda can speak more about him.
Yes.
But we couldn't be happier.
So Dr. Blow and his wife, Dr. Nellie Blow, right? I know they do a lot in this community. You see them out and about supporting missions. So they have a daughter as well? Yes. They do, right?
He's been our commencement speaker for Del Mar College
That's
also.
Right.
Mm-hmm. He's amazing. I sat down with him before when he submitted his application, I sat down with him and learned a little bit about him. And he was raised by a single mom. And he also has daughters. He goes, I'm surrounded by powerful women. And so I want to continue to give. He has a young daughter, I believe she's 11 or 12 now, known her since she was at the ECDC. And he has another daughter, I believe she's an attorney. And then a police officer at San Antonio. So he goes, and then his wife was amazing. She works for, I think she's a local doctor here, Dr. Nellie Blow. And so he's like, I feel like me sitting on the YWCA, it's something I have to give back. It's a great way to lift up the women in my life and continue to empower other women.
And I applaud y'all. That's a paradigm shift, like you were talking about. It's a different way of thinking, but times are changing, and so mindsets are changing. And so, as a community member, I appreciate that the YWCA is staying, ahead with that, and that just goes to show to your open-mindedness. So there's so many great things happening at the YWCA. If somebody wants to have their children go to a camp there, or if they want to get involved and volunteer, what's the best way to get a hold of y'all?
Well, they could definitely call us at the YWCA at 361-857-5661.
Let's say that again. 361-857.
5661.
Okay.
We finally got our phones working.
Yay!
And then, or they could reach out to us on our website at ywcacc.org.
Okay. YWCA.org.
Yes.
And can people come and visit you at Corona Drive?
Yes, they could come and visit me. 4601 Corona Drive. I'm usually always there. I have my door's always open to members and to visitors, and I love the company. I love the stories that I hear about the YWCA and the impact that the organization has made in their lives. So I'm always have a listening ear to our members in our community.
It sounds like that when you talked about talking to the parents about the programming. Again, there's not anything that I heard today that I thought, wow, that's not going to work. Everything I heard was just like, yes, 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 yes. Amazing work. Thank you so much for joining us today. This really, it gives me so much pride knowing that we have this in the community, because you really are part of the village. I think our community, the children in this area, our citizens in this area, we have so many community members out there doing great work. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Esmeralda, for coming on the show, first of all, but also for the work that you continue to do on behalf of all of us.
You're very welcome.
It's greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
And I think Mike and I think we're going to a ribbon cutting
August
ceremony.
23rd.
Oh, yeah.
August
23rd.
I'm looking forward to
Please
it.
send us the invite. Corpus Christi, I hope you enjoyed this transformational story today about the wonderful legacy that is the YWCA and the work that continues with the CEO, Esmeralda, and Dr. Sandra Clement, their board chair, and the rest of their board members. Again, if you want to go out there and support them, please do so. You know where they're at on Corona. Have a great rest of your day, South Texas. And
Adios.
finally, he's back.
Yeah, I love that.
This show is a production of Del Mar College. Follow us on Spotify at Viking Radio.